Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a Dokkan Battle video. This is gonna be another talking version of a Dokkan Battle video. So, the Dokkan Now special came and went. I wanted to wait a few days. It's been a few days since it came out, so there are some issues that are apparent. I've seen all the memes, so I'm not gonna show them again. You've probably seen all the memes too. We are Dokkan. That's the biggest meme, and it's basically sarcasm. To like make fun of them for even saying, having posting that. And then there's like the thank you, Omatsu and all that kind of good stuff. You know, all those images you've already seen like a million times at this point, and they never get, get old at this point. I mean, they'll probably get old in a few months, but I mean, for right now, they're pretty fresh memes off the palette in the factory, the meme factory. Anyways, so what went wrong in a nutshell? The reason why this is a large accumulation of data of people saying these things. This is not just one. This is not just one guy. This is a large accumulation of people, and I think it's fair to say this at this point that they don't know what they're doing with the sync. They keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen." Obviously it will happen, but the way they've managed this in total, if you want to look back last year when they announced it, pretty much everybody pretty much expected that it was going to be more, being able to handle it properly, being able to, put banners together that makes sense, not to have those filler banners that we had. We had I believe there was one filler banner in April, whenever it was, and that could have been another Dokkan Fest banner or some other banner that could have come out instead. And then there's the whole fiasco with the Global First with Goku Black. We didn't get Cell Max. I understand that the power scaling of him putting Cell Max at that point may have been a lot, but if you want to look at it in a broader scale, what did we get in that point? Like, what did we have now? What did JP have now that would be a big difference with Cell Max? First of all, you wouldn't really be able to run something. Like, people, I can guarantee people would have said back then, Cell Max doesn't really have a team until this and this comes out. So even if you did put him out, you could have made him work a little bit, but it would have been kind of like awkward a little bit because you wouldn't have certain characters that would make him even better. So he would have been basically in the same situation that the Ginyu is in, the Ginyu Force team, where they're good, but they don't really have everything that makes them work well just yet. So that would have been the same scenario. So putting them out at that point would have not have been a big deal. And you could have even shortened that celebration to have it to where they would both go in, put out Cell Max, because on the JP version they put out Cell Max and almost immediately Tanabata was already out. It felt like already like Cell Max, oh, he's the biggest thing, and then almost like it wasn't even that long until the Tech LRUI Goku came out. So I watched a video of someone pulling, and Cell Max's banner was still available when UI Goku was out. So that tells you a lot of how they could have compacted on Global. They could have compacted this. They could have put out the next celebration after this, where they could have had two celebrations back to back, one concurring while another one's running next to it. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but for some reason they didn't want to do that. So I feel like it was just big, hugely missed. It's not people are not really mad that that it's not coming for something. It obviously is coming, but it's just the way we got. It's the destination is what I is a really good word to say. It's the destination to get to this point. They mismanaged a whole lot of things that happened. Now, in terms of the actual content, they've actually done a decent job at getting us to the point where we're going to be coming together. Like for example, the Goku Black Super Easy A. We have that on Global already. Although technically, Super Easy A didn't exist at that point in February. It was February and that came out, I believe. That Super Easy didn't come out just yet, so we wouldn't have been able to get it just yet. But we have it now, and there's some other things that we just got now early when we would have gotten them much later on Global. So in terms of content and things like that, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So they've done a good job with that. But it's the banners. Where is Topo gonna fit in? Topo's celebration is literally nothing at this point. So all I can think of is that they're just gonna put him with another banner. I mean, what are you celebrating with him? He has nothing else. He has nothing left. They took away pretty much everything that he had. They took away the tech, Go-Tech Super Easy 8. That was in there. And there were some other things that were in his celebration as well. It's all gone. He's basically by himself on an island. Which is funny to say that, but yeah. So, there's that, and then you have the tech, you have Goku, they just came out, so I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably November, like usual. And then you have Cell Max, who most people want him to be the Part 3, but I don't think there's ever really been a Part 3 banner for Anniversary, but I guess they're going to have to make an exception if they want to fit all this in. Or they can just have him on a random gold banner or something like that in the future, I guess. I don't know. So that's really all it's not looking good. Now, I think most people have calmed down a little bit because there are some people that are making posts being hyped about the anniversary again, but I still feel like if you go look at the Dokkan Global Twitter account, you're still going to see a lot of comments saying, "We are Dokkan," they're making fun of them, posting all these memes, and they're still not really that happy about the anniversary. This is probably the worst situation that they could have put themselves in, where the player base, and this is not just a minority, I'm counting for Reddit, I'm counting for and also on Twitter, and I'm sure Facebook, I don't go on Facebook, and I'm sure Facebook is the exact same. If it's the same in 2 areas on social media, I'm pretty sure the third one is not going to be much different. So I'm just going to say, I'm assuming that Facebook is probably the same situation. I don't know how big Dokkan is on Facebook anyways, but it probably is. Because a lot of the other games that I follow are the majority of people are on Facebook anyway. So I'm assuming it's the same there. And so this is the worst situation they could have put themselves in, because you have a downturn on the fanfare, on the morale of the player base, where you're going into one of your biggest celebrations of all time with the 9-year anniversary. Because I feel like I haven't played 1 through 5. I know about them, but I have not played during them. I started during the 6-year anniversary. I felt like the 7th anniversary was the best of all time out of the ones that I've been through, but I feel like the 9 years is way better than that, because the character selections, including Broly as an extreme character, as a headliner, is really good. But you have all that, but then you kind of shoot yourself in the with a shotgun in your foot, because you just do all these, you make all these negative memes, and now you have all these things going on your social media pages when everybody should be like, I'm super hyped for the anniversary, whereas the forefront is, we're really unhappy with what's going on right now, and you should have just come on and said more. So the prevailing theories right now, but I've seen more than one post of this, is that either Bandai is not allowing them to combine all this stuff into one banner, just saying ship it and go along with it, because I guess there's money involved. There probably will be money involved, but I think most people would like to have them all in one banner. Or the people who are running Dokkan are just dragging their feet. So it's either one of those things. From my experience, I'm running, knowing some of the inner workings on some of these other games that I play, like Square Enix, for example, they could be putting their hand on the forehead of the devs and saying, no, we want to release all this stuff first. So that could be a situation where that could be happening. Just from my experiences of knowing the inner workings of some of these other games that I play. But I feel like who is going to actually pull for Topo? The only people who are going to be pulling for Topo are idiots like me. I'm not calling you, I'm calling myself an idiot. People like me who pulled, unfortunately, stupidly, I pulled for the Ginyu. So most people, if you pull for Ginyu, you're gonna want to get Topo, and so there's that. And so I don't know where he's gonna go. I don't think anyone's gonna really pull for Topo. I think it's just gonna be a skip banner. And then Cell Max, I know is a really hot topic right now, but they could have I don't know if they're gonna put him in Part 3. I just don't think it's gonna happen, but they said we're gonna get more information during the 9th year anniversary, but we should have just gotten it during the Dokkan Now special, because they had a good amount of viewers, and now I think that a lot of people are turned off on Dokkan. I don't know if they're gonna even get a huge amount of viewership if they're gonna do another, special or stream or anything. I don't know if they're gonna get the same amount of viewers, and if they do, from my experiences, Rave Exvia streams, their comments are gonna be full of not so happy comments. So I'm kind of hoping that they don't do radio silence. I know a lot of these companies are going to do radio silence and hope that blows over. It's the easiest. It's the easiest thing to do. Just don't post anything pertaining to that situation and just hope that it blows over. It's the easiest thing. That's what most people in these management positions are going to say. Just don't refer to it. Just move on. But I feel like if you care about your actual player base, you need to do the opposite. You need to mention it, say we messed up, we apologize, and we're gonna do better, and we're gonna give you the schedule next week or blah 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 this date, and we're gonna give you a much better outlook of what's gonna be going on for August. Closing thoughts. I think that they might not do that because they don't want you to know how to plant your stones more is an easy thing to say. So that could also be a thing. All right. Well, I didn't really add anything. I just basically condensed a whole lot of things that were going on social media into one video. What do I personally think? I do think that they messed up. But I'm not like stop. I don't think people are ready to stop. It's not like people get confused with saying like people are angry and then people are like frustrated. I think there's a difference between being angry and being frustrated. I think I'm in the frustrated section. I think they could have done a whole lot better. There are some people. I'm not going to say that nobody's mad. I mean, that would be disingenuous to say that nobody's mad about this. But I think that people are confusing being frustrated and being angry. You can be frustrated and not be angry. You can be frustrated and disappointed, and disappointment is also not being angry. So there's a wider range of emotions, and you shouldn't blanket everything as being mad, stomping your feet. Not everybody's doing that. Some people are just laughing about it too. I mean, that's fair too. You can laugh about this. you can do the meme where if he starts like laughing at the beginning and then he starts crying. You could have that meme too. I've seen that meme a lot too. All right, so that's gonna be it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. What could they have done better in your opinion? I've already shown my opinion, but I don't know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.